Has anyone ever told you that you can't sing because you weren't born with a perfect voice? The truth is, no voice starts perfect, even though some people seem to have more talent than others. And the best part, even if you feel like you have no talent at all, you can develop a voice that moves people instead of making them cringe. To help you accomplish that, I'm gonna break down the 5 most common vocal challenges that get labeled as you're not talented, or I don't know, you don't sound expressive enough. If you stick around till the end, I'm gonna show you real examples from my students that are gonna prove once and for all that you can improve your voice as well. And the thing is, most beginners deal with at least 2 out of those 5 problems and challenges. So let me know in the comments which ones sound familiar to you. The first challenge is singing off key. Singing off key isn't usually about having a bad ear or no talent. Actually, most of the time it's because of one of those 3 causes. The first one is you can hear the notes, but your vocal cords are not trained to reproduce them. The second one is that your voice is too breathy, so the notes don't come through clearly. And the third one is that your voice is too tense, making your notes sound like a brick in the window. To train your vocal cords to hit notes, intervals, and scales accurately, you need to work on building muscle memory. This means practicing until it feels natural. And having someone to help you and let you know if you're on the right track helps a ton. It's also really important to understand the logic behind the notes. For instance, when my students realize that the 3rd and 4th notes in a major scale are just a half step apart, it makes a big difference for them.
Acolo semiton. Ai, 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 ai.
On top of that, if your voice is off key because it's too breathy or too tense, you're gonna need to focus on the 3 core techniques: support, twang, and reducing tension. We're gonna dive deeper into these in the next sections. The second challenge is a breathy voice. If your voice sounds breathy when you sing, the main issue is a lack of twang, and the second issue is a lack of support. I help my students solve this by helping them develop a stronger twang in their voice, just like I did with Gabriela here.
Și acum tu.
After just 6 lessons, Gabriela's voice went from this
Don't let the sun go down on me, yeah. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see.
to this.
Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see.
If this is something you struggle with, check out my in-depth video about twang and support here. The third challenge is a tense voice. If your voice feels tight or strained, it's usually because it's missing the balance between those 3 core elements: support, twang, and reducing tensions. To tackle this, I usually use lax vox exercises with my students. These exercises help regulate the pressure between the diaphragm and the vocal cords, which reduces tension. Plus, positioning your jaw slightly behind your upper teeth like this can make a big difference. Here's how Gabby and Maria improved with this approach.
Never last. That was just a dream, just a dream. So thank you, Jack Daniels on number 7. Tennessee whiskey got me drinking in heaven and earth.
If you want to learn how to use the lax vox tube, check out this video. The 4th challenge is usually encountered by men. You're stuck singing low notes. And don't worry, because I was stuck as well when I started singing. Many beginner male singers can only sing 4 semitones above or below their normal speaking voice.
Poți să-mi iei zilele, nopțile sau anii de vrei.
This happens because they never accessed the other parts of their vocal range. It's like having fingers that can grab food but not knowing how to type with them. One solution is to experiment with speaking sounds that you're not used to. Like a playful childlike tone that can help you raise your larynx, or a crying voice that can help you access certain singing sounds, or of course, the head voice. You also need to develop twang and practice vocal scales in modes like edge or curbing to expand your range into higher notes.
Un pic mai nazal, așa, da, mai Woman.
Woman.
The fifth challenge is usually encountered by women. You're stuck singing in head voice. For beginner female singers, especially those with some choir experience, it's really common to get stuck singing only in head voice. This happens because they haven't developed their chest voice or mixed voice that much, which was the case with Adina.
Viața mea n-are sens, fără tine nu plec.
With my students that have those issues, I focus on building more twang and a stronger support on lower and middle notes.
Ei!
Asta e.
And then we focus on singing higher notes with a powerful chest or mixed voice.
Domn minunat.
Domn minunat!
If you're dealing with one of the last two challenges, I highly recommend the next video here about high notes.